Hi everyone, welcome to Techrides. I'm Edwin Marcial. I'm super fired up about today's episode. We're going to be talking about blockchain and all things crypto with three of the world's leading experts in blockchain and crypto. We're also going to be riding in Teslas, and it just so happens that all of our guests are Tesla owners. Starting off today is Marc Fleury. Marc is a pioneer in open source software. He created, founded, and was the CEO of JBoss software and sold it to Red Hat for over $300 million. Marc is also the owner of the beautiful Tesla Roadster you see right behind me. Also with us today is Jim Nasr. Jim was the chief architect for the CDC and software, and he's currently the VP of Technology and Innovation for Synchrogenix. Our third guest today is Stephen Pear. Stephen is the co-founder and CEO of BitPay, the largest payment processor for crypto in the world. So let's meet our guests and check out our rides.
Hey, Edwin.
Hey, Jim.
Good to see you.
Great to see you too.
Edwin.
Hey, Stephen. How are you? Marc, welcome to Techrides. Okay, so Jim, let's start with you. Sure. You're really an expert in blockchain technology and software. What got you excited about the platforms and industry and the technology?
So about 4 years ago, I really started to learn about Bitcoin and some of the mechanics behind it. And then when I joined the CDC a couple of years ago, I really kind of started to understand how it could be used for essentially for health and public health specifically, and then I brought a team and we did a number of experiments, proof of concepts, and then now in my current world, what I'm doing is really using blockchain as part of a much larger, I call it software as a theme park, of open interoperable APIs, including blockchain to be used for use cases such as secure collaboration or for clinical research, collaboration, and ideas like that.
That's great. So Stephen, you BitPay, yeah. You guys are the pioneers in crypto payments, largest crypto payment processor in the world, right?
Yeah. We started the company in 2011, so we've been at this for a very long time. We have one of the oldest teams in the industry, and not that they're old, but we've been doing this the longest.
Experience.
So we've got, probably the world's best blockchain experts right here in this building. Yeah, we started the company in 2011. Today, I'm proud to say that we do over $1 billion worth of transactions annually, and we'll probably quadruple that number this year.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. We're going to talk a lot more about that too later. Marc, so you're an open source software pioneer, innovator, created JBoss, sold it to Red Hat. You're also a physicist by trade, right? Ph.D. in physics, which people I wasn't aware until recently, which is really impressive. What got you interested in crypto?
Well, I come from an open source background, so I understood the open source part of it. And then when I sold my business, I started running proprietary strategies in 2008 and 2009, so learning a lot about money and how that works. So I knew open source, I knew about money, and I had friends in the anonymous underground that pointed out this open source money paper written by someone called Satoshi, and started exchanging with Gavin Andreessen a little bit on how to make Bitcoin open source, which meant distribute Bitcoins, and then completely forgot about it until, so that's 2011, until recently where I got an interest again since it's developed so much.
Okay, that's great. We're going to talk about that too. So you guys are all Tesla owners. So all of you have Model S's, right? So yours is a 2017, right, Jim? And then Stephen's, what year is yours?
2014. I had one of the first
dual motor Model S's. But Marc, when I think of Tesla, I always think of you because you're the first person when Tesla was really just people were just starting to hear the name. I remember you got the Roadster, which was the first Tesla car.
Right.
And it's right behind us. What attracted you back then so early?
I remember like it was yesterday. Yeah. I was walking around our offices in Buckhead, JBoss, and somebody hands me, I think, a New York Times article. And in there you have the picture of this sick-looking car, 2007, saying first electric car, supercar performance. So anyway, I put my deposit, and in true Tesla fashion, it took twice the time than that it had advertised.
Right.
But what attracted me to it was basically, electric car. So I didn't even ask any questions. I went to the website, I went click, 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 add to cart, and one click, and never regretted it. It's a phenomenal car. Yeah.
There's only two of these Roadsters that I know of. One's in space and one is right here.
Correct. Yeah, that's right.
That's the first one I've seen in real life.
I've
seen them driving on the road, but never up close.
Yeah, you rarely see them.
2,500 of them.
So what 2,500 totally made? Okay.
Total 2,500.
That's pretty rare. What can you tell us about the performance, the battery? How long does it last? What does this car do? And I know it's the first one, so it's not, we're not talking the model.
It's first generation. I never replaced the battery. I didn't put that much mileage on it. I think this one has 4,000 miles on it.
Okay.
With the acceleration on this thing, it always feels special. Even today, I drove it up here just for your show, and I take pleasure on the highway and the way people look at it, you always get the nice smiles and the.
Do you know what the 0 to 60 is on this?
A 3.8, just like the P85s, but on a very light chassis.
Yeah. That's still very impressive.
It's a fun acceleration for sure. Yeah.
Having you guys on this show, and we're talking about blockchain, and we're going to be riding in these. It's really very appropriate because I think when I think of you guys, you're all innovators in open source software, in crypto, in blockchain, and of course Tesla is one of the most innovative car companies, maybe technology companies in the world today. And really, what we're talking about now, these cars are really software, right? And we're all software guys, and we're talking about the most important aspect of these cars, besides the battery and the body, is the software that's running. And maybe we'll see some blockchain-based software coming out in the future. Who knows? For the automotive industry. But we're going to talk a lot about crypto later. But first, let's have a little fun, and we're going to take a ride in Jim's car and check out this ludicrous mode, and maybe even this autopilot. What do you think?
No doubt. Sounds good.
Yeah. Let's go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go for a ride.
Let's go.
I got shotgun. All right. There's a BMW right there. I don't,
It's cute.
One of the things about
come on.
So one of the things about the first electric cars that I didn't get is why did they have to make them look so goofy? I mean, I know they were like electric, but the first ones were always goofy looking, right? They were like silly, like this thing. I mean, it's cute. That one's actually kind of cute, but it's still kind of weird. Like, it is. They had to like make them stand out the way they look, on top of being electric, like the Priuses and.
Yeah, I never understood that.
But this interior is pretty nice. I mean, I love the white. It's really nice.
Very, very
unusual.
Yeah, it is. It's like a very like fitting, like space age, cool white with the dark contrast. This is a 2017 Model S P100D, right? So you got and the D means that they've got what is it a bigger battery? Like what makes
dual
it?
motor.
The dual motor. Yeah,
and
the P stands for performance.
Okay. So Mark, it was interesting that in your Roadster that the battery pack is like in that mid-engine design, which is still probably great handling. But in this car, right, and all the newer ones, they do like they distribute the battery packs all across the car, so it's very evenly weighted, right?
Right. No, that was the first thing I noticed driving the S. Actually, how stable it felt, just because the center of gravity matches the physical center of gravity of the car. Because if you think about it, real engine cars, a lot of the weight is in the engine.
Right.
And therefore the center of gravity, if you consider the whole car, usually shifts towards the front.
So, but it's still, so it's 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. So it's one of the fastest production car in the world, right? Like,
I believe somebody's claim might have been Tesla that they've done 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds.
2.3. Yeah. Wow.
I have not seen that, and I've certainly not done it.
You haven't timed yourself yet? Maybe you can do it today.
I try and focus on the driving, not timing.
So no, well, not today. Somebody can time it.
Yeah.
But and then so it's not only it's one of the fastest, but it's got one of the best handling because of that center of gravity and the distribution of the battery packs. Yeah. And Steven, you were saying there's like a bunch of like AA batteries that really is what's in there?
I like to tell people that my car runs on AA batteries, because if you take the battery apart, it's in these compartments, and each compartment has, it's not exactly the size of a AA battery, but it's close, and they're all stacked up vertical all along the bottom of this car.
And can you replace just a pack or a couple of packs here and there, like you needed to, or I don't know if you ever
I'm
had
sure
to.
they can. Like it's not an end user serviceable thing.
Right, right. You can't just order, go on Amazon Prime and say send me
Send me
a few
some deadly
packs.
batteries.
Yes.
Hold on. Oh shit! Oh my god!
Slow down.
Holy crap! Ooh, I definitely felt my stomach is like here.
The thing is, the sensation is it's different than a regular combustion engine because you don't have any noise.
Yeah.
So like all of a sudden you're this just like, and then there's no real lag, right?
Yeah,
Immediately.
no, it's really like a ride
You
at
get the
Disney
full
World.
power
It's just like
immediately.
you just go, yeah.